Hi guys, welcome. Today I'm going to take a look at the energies surrounding this full moon in Gemini eclipse that we have coming on the 30th. I don't know about you guys, but this past week, well, the whole month, but really this last few days, I've just been really feeling it. My dreams, a lot of things from my past coming up, people from my past um, coming up in my dreams that I haven't seen or talked to forever, or maybe some unresolved issues there. I've also been just exhausted. Like I feel like I could sleep for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I was actually planning on doing this video on Friday. It's Sunday today, and I was just exhausted. I ended up sleeping for most of the day. So it's really strange. I don't know how you guys are feeling. Hopefully you're doing okay. Rest when you're being called to rest. And as far as, I really feel that collectively, a lot of things are coming up to be released one final time. And I know I say this constantly, but it is a continual thing until we finally release them. And I mean, we're never done doing the work, are we? Like, it's a constant process for our entire human lives. So it just makes sense that, as we progress along our path, things keep coming up at a deeper and deeper and deeper level to be healed and released by us. It's not easy, and it is exhausting. No wonder we need to sleep all the time, right? Sorry, I have a bit of a frog in my throat. So I'm just going to do this as a collective look at this full moon eclipse energy. And then I think over on my Buy Me a Coffee, for the extended, I'm going to dig deeper into the energies by element. So if you feel called to go over and take a look at those, actually right now until December 1st, you can purchase a monthly membership for the next month, excuse me, for just $5 Canadian. So that is super cheap. And with that $5, you will get access to everything that I upload and share over there for the month. I just need to sip here. Hang on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with this deck here. Everything's pre-shuffled, but I like to shuffle on camera as well. Oh, and as you all mostly know, you should know by now, my dog, Sophie, always likes to lay with me while I do my readings. So, excuse me, if you hear anything in the background, it will be her. Sorry, I really have a frog in my throat today. Okay, let's look at some energies with this full moon eclipse. General energies, please. And because this is general, it won't apply to everyone. So if you feel like it's not applying to you, if it doesn't resonate inside of you, then that's okay. Just let it go. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But if, like I said, if it does resonate and you feel like you want to take a deeper look, then head over to my Buy Me a Coffee page. I will link that down below in the description box. Okay. We have community and to be fair. So eclipses are really fast moving. They're very impactful energy. Okay, with full moons, it's about releasing so that we can invite in. New moons are about setting intentions. So the full moons are about creating the space for that. And that comes, a lot of clearing, a lot of tower moments, a lot of big changes come along with full moon energies. And with the eclipse happening with the full moon, those energies are even more intense. They're heightened. They're more, let's say, dramatic. They come in fast and furious. It's a good time to look at how we are communicating within our world, within our space, how we take up space. A message came through earlier today, actually, about, taking ownership and responsibility for the energy that we put out into the world. We're not just, the Spirit's actually having me say right now, no man is an island. And that's so true. We may feel alone, and, there may be, those of us live alone or whatever. But we're not alone. We are one part of the whole. We are one member of the collective. And so everything that we do, the energy that we put out, has a ripple effect. It affects everything. Be mindful with our, for example, social media. Our community, our social media community, our social media friends, they're all impacted, whether they interact with what we share or not, or what we put out there. If they see it, then they have attached some energy to that. So, be mindful about what it is, what your footprint, what your energetic footprint is looking like. This was a really, a really powerful message that came in through my main reading on Instagram today. And I mean, I don't know many people who haven't at one time gone on a social media rant. We've all done it. I know I have done it. God, I'm the queen of shooting my mouth off when something really irritates me. But then I always take ownership of that afterwards. And I apologize, to whomever I may have hurt inadvertently in doing that. And I think that's important. It doesn't excuse it and it doesn't erase it. But I feel that taking ownership of that really helps to neutralize the pH, let's say, of that original rant. So it's really important right now with all this full moon eclipse energy to be really mindful and conscious of how we are communicating our thoughts, our feelings to the collective, how we are putting it out there, how we're representing ourself in the world. Let's grab some tarot now. Which one do I want? Let's do this one. I'm also hearing the word, as I'm shuffling, I'm hearing the word legacy. And this goes back to, our communicating. We live in such an interesting world, and it's a world of documenting everything from what we had for breakfast to our afternoon latte to our outfit, everything. So what Those are all our legacies. Each time we put that out into the world, you know, we've all heard that once something goes on the internet, it's there forever. So that is our legacy. So I feel like right now Spirit is really wanting me to um, bring awareness to what our legacy is. And it all goes back to our energetic footprint. What energy do we want to leave a footprint that's negative and fearful and angry? Or do we want to leave one that's hopeful and joyful and full of laughter, you know, that kind of thing? And that doesn't mean to say that you always have to be rainbows and sunshine, because nobody is that. Nobody's life is that. And honestly, especially now with us being a lot of us can only communicate in some instances through electronics right now, through our social media posts, you know, because of the pandemic. And there is a lot to be said for being authentic, being genuine, being true to who you are, true to your experience. But like I said, there needs to be a balance. There needs to be more deliberacy, is that a word? Let's be more deliberate, Spirit wants me to say, about what we put out there. If you are angry about something and you want to and you want to talk to someone about it, or you want to share about it, or write a blog post or whatever, that's not to say to don't do that. However, be mindful and do it in a way that speaks to your legacy. There, that's what they want me to say. I like that a lot, actually. I like that a lot. That's very interesting. And you know, it impacts your community. Isn't just the people that you know. Your community are the people, you know, for example, on YouTube here. I have 100 subscribers to my channel. Thank you so much for that, by the way. So everyone who sees these videos that I do are a part of my community. So the energy that I put into these videos and the energy that Spirit and I are bringing through this reading is going to be felt by everyone in my community. That's good stuff. I like that. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, look at that. 2 flipped, but they didn't come up. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just totally lost in thought here as I'm shuffling. Okay, let's see what we have so far. Queen of Wands, 4 of Cups, Judgment, Strength, and the Death card. Wow, 3 major arcana here. This Judgment card is really jumping out at me with this, excuse me, full moon eclipse. I feel like, you know, I hesitate to use the phrase Judgment Day, because I know that has such a it can be a very negative and triggering connotation. So I'm not meaning it in the biblical sense. I'm meaning this as in a personal sense. I feel like this full moon in Gemini eclipse is really going to be about coming face to face with where we are, where we've been, and where we're going. I feel like it's really going to be like holding up almost like a looking glass, where this is interesting. Okay, now Spirit is showing me, you know that scene in The Wizard of Oz, excuse me, where Dorothy's in the tornado and she can see like the house spinning by and the Wicked Witch on the bike, like she's like almost separated from it and she's watching everything swirling around her. That's what Spirit is showing me, and I feel like that's the energy that's going to come up in a big way with this full moon eclipse. A lot of clarity, and I feel like that is going to be with that clarity is going to be really like a conviction of your path, of our path as a collective. And I mean, I say collective, not everyone is going to see this. There are some people who just aren't, you know, who aren't on this path, who aren't spiritual, not even spiritual, but just, you know, who won't see this, who won't experience this in this way. Although I do feel like everyone will be impacted by this. Everyone will be impacted by the energies with this full moon eclipse. And that speaks to that ripple effect. Whether they are aware of why it's happening, why their life is changing or not, really doesn't matter. Everyone will be impacted by this, is what I'm feeling. I do see, I'm almost surprised that the Tower didn't come out. I feel like there are going to be some long-awaited endings and closures that are coming up with this. Like, I feel like some of you have just been like pedaling a bike, and you know, it's like someone is holding up the back and they've lifted up the back tire. And so you're just kind of like spinning in place and you're not moving anywhere. And I feel like with this energy, it's going to be like that back tire is finally dropped and you're released, and then you're going to start moving. So Spirit's really giving me some interesting visuals today. I just want to get some info on this. Let's get a card on the Queen of Wands here. Actually, let's use this deck. Card on the Queen of Wands, please. Whoa. That's way too many. I did see the Death card again, so we'll see if it comes out. Four of Swords and the Star. Wow, the exact opposite of the Death card. What am I hearing here? Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to, I'm just cutting the deck here. Four of Pentacles on the Four of Cups. The World on Judgment. Wow, that doesn't surprise me. Empress on the Strength. And Knight of Pentacles on the Death card. Okay, I feel like some of you are really going to be feeling a sense of loss with what is happening. I'm feeling also some anger and frustration. Like as though the power has been taken from you. This isn't the way I wanted it. This isn't for me. You may even be feeling really frustrated watching this video at the message. Like I said, if it's angering you, you don't have to finish watching it. That's not what this is for. This is meant to empower and heal you. So, if this is frustrating you or whatever, then just turn it off. That's totally okay. It's interesting too, because I feel like this this full moon is really about the divine feminine inside of all of us. So our feminine energy, we're all made up of masculine and feminine energies, yin and yang, right? Inside of all of us. I feel like this full moon eclipse is really going to be about empowering the feminine energies inside of all of us. So that's compassion, that's empathy, that's intuition, that's nurturing, that kind of thing. I feel like it will be really healing. And honestly, our world, the collective, needs a lot of healing right now. And I feel like this is going to be really confusing. That's where I'm going here. Thank you, Spirit. It could be a final, this is for, how do I want to say this? So I feel like this feminine energy rising is because there's an imbalance of energy overall right now in the whole world. It's a distorted masculine energy, which is being really loud, really angry, really like a bull in a china shop. You know what I mean? And I feel like the beginning, like this now, Spirit showing me this entire eclipse season will be about the feminine energy rising and bringing healing, like a soothing to this injured, distorted masculine energy that's being, it's been prevalent all over our whole world for centuries, honestly. This is so interesting. And I feel like this eclipse season is about this Empress energy, this divine feminine. It's like a soothing balm, not B-O-M-B, B-A-L-M, for the collective, for that distorted, wounded masculine energy. And it's not to dim that light. It's not to extinguish that flame, but it's to heal it. It's to bring it into balance with, we can still be driven and focused and ambitious and prosperous while being mindful and compassionate and respectful and caring of others. Those two things need to come into balance as a whole, as a species, as a collective. And I feel like that's what is coming in. That is so interesting. I was really curious about looking into this, and this is new I love this. This is new information that Spirit's showing me, and I'm very grateful. You know, we are entering into, you know, the world is about stepping into a new gateway. It's about a new era, is what I'm hearing. That makes total sense now. And I'm getting such a masculine, wounded masculine feeling from these two fours. Oh, look, we have 3 fours showing here. Interesting. And I feel like that's where that frustration is going to come in. And that's, you know, when I speak of the distorted or wounded masculine, I'm not just speaking about men. You know, remember that. I know women who have distorted masculine energies inside of them. I know, you know, we all have these energies inside of us. And I feel like we are stepping into a cycle that's going to heal and bring balance, restore balance to these energies within us individually and as a collective. That's very, very exciting. Very cool. This, and I keep hearing the word era. You know, we're birthing a new era is what I'm hearing. That's very, very cool. So I'm going to end this here because now I want to go over to the other readings over on my Buy Me a Coffee and look into each zodiac sign and see how this is going to be impacting each sign. So I will be doing them by element, grouped by element, but broken down into each sign over there. Feel free to join me over there. Again, it's only $5 a month for the next couple of days. After that, it's $7 a month. Still an incredible deal. That's less than, you know, your blended Frappuccino that you spend each day, and that's only for a month. So I would love it if you would join me over there. I'll put the link below. Let's leave, for those of you who won't be joining me over there, let's get final message here. Final messages here for, I wasn't even done asking the question. Final messages for everyone watching as we move into this full moon and eclipse season. Standing firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. See, this is perfect. This is an example to me of healed masculine energy. Standing strong, standing in your power, standing in your light, standing firm, being grounded. You know, and within that, you know, there's room for the feminine qualities, the feminine energies of nurturing, compassion, intuition, that kind of thing. Perfect. I love that. So, you know, be mindful, be curious, be a fly on the wall and see how, you know, this affects you and those around you. And also remember, be mindful about your energetic legacy that you are leaving in the world right now, that you are putting out there. Be mindful of that. That's also being mindful of that and knowing that you can express your disagreement or discontent in a compassionate way is also balanced yin and yang. So be mindful of that legacy, of that energetic legacy. This was a really interesting reading. I love it. So be sure that you are subscribed to my channel and hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. That's how my videos circulate and reach more people. And thank you so much for all of you who are here and are supporting me. Also, I invite you to join me over on Instagram and on Facebook. I'll put the links to those down below. And I've been working really hard on updating my website. And I think it's good to go. I'll put the link for that down below as well. So thank you so much to everyone who's here. I send this message to you all with love and blessings.